And we're back with you for the start of the first overtime period on the Norwich Broadcast Network. Tanner Acebo, Charlie Crosby with you. Cadets going to go left to right to start the overtime period. Mount Ida going right to left as we revert the directions the teams went in the first half. Searching through ball, gets through everybody, and will roll in on Rebecca Bolio, the freshman from Ware, New Hampshire.
We're in sudden victory mode.
Again, a quick recap. Game went 83 minutes without a goal, and then 2 goals were scored in a 50-second span as Brianna Tomaselli scored what we thought was the go-ahead goal at 83:06 off the assist from Rachel Reese. And then about 50 seconds later, Alex Frank converted off a corner kick on the cross from Liz Chapdelaine to tie this game at 1 apiece and send us to overtime. This is the first overtime game for the Cadets on the season. The ball comes over the near sideline. Throw taken by Chapdelaine. She'll take another one here. Perkins was dispossessed by Leggy, and that one rolls over the sideline as well. So Chapdelaine tossed it. Leggy headed it. Another throw-in. 4 consecutive throw-ins, won by the Cadets in about a 40-second span. As that one gets through Lovely. Played on by Lombard. That one deflected off of Chapdelaine last, and here come the Mustangs. They're trying to get the ball inside to Reese. Now it's sent back, and Perkins is going to get called for the offsides. Moody will take this free kick and just boots it forward.
Boy, that was a
right to the foot of Reese, who tried the one-touch pass. That was nearly a thing of beauty because Reese had both Hernberg and Tomaselli on the far side. Hernberg did track it down, got a cross in, was blocked away by Dakota. Now wide open. It's Dunner. She's onside. She checks herself up. And a great recovery by Chapdelaine to get over and take it off her foot cleanly and not have to play it out of bounds as well. Lovely ahead for Frank. On for Ziegler. She has Neto making a run far side. Instead decides to go back to Sohn, who now goes up to the area of Neto, but nobody there for Norwich. Back come the Mustangs. Hernberg, tons of space in front of her. She's going to get a cross through. It's blocked down by Dakota. Up by Sohn. That was deflected off of Tomaselli over there. So the Cadets will take another throw in. 6:50 left in our first overtime period. Again, if after 10 there's no goal, we'll take 2 minutes and then play another 10. And at that point, this game will end in a tie. Teams kind of boot around possession in front of the Cadets bench on the far side. They continue to do so as Neto trying to trap it down. She gets it away from Hernberg, tried to play it forward, and it went off of Leggy. Leister tried to flick it on with her head off the throw-in, missed the connection. Hernberg and Sohn come together. Sohn played it forward but couldn't keep it in play. Stepping into it was Sohn, broken up. Got a very vocal group of Norwich students down here to our left, Charlie.
There's 5 of them. Probably the boyfriends.
Got to give them a tip of the cap because they've been here since the game started, and their emotion has not wavered.
No, they've stuck with it.
They might be jumping around to stay warm right now, but
yeah,
they're sticking it through.
Nothing like being young. I mean, you can do amazing things.
That ball is tapped out of play by Leister. Throw in over the head of Hernberg. Now it's played deep into the Cadets' defensive territory, and Lamori will have to backtrack and play it over the far sideline. Didn't really have any options to go through ahead in the pitch. It's Hernberg looking to get a crossover, trying to find Tomaselli, and there was Frank to head it away. Now it's Leggy. She just skies one. Much to the joy of the cadets down to our left.
Yelling field goal.
In her defense, I don't think it went through the uprights. I think it went wide. Goal kick coming up from Sohn with 4.5 to go in our first overtime period. Frank trapped it down, tripped her up, but she gets up, tried to go forward. It was broken up by Anderson. Now it's Hernberg into the middle. Couldn't find Reese. Played over the far sideline. Throw-in coming up for the Mustangs, taken away by Dakota. Now she knifes through the middle. Good idea, but she just put the ball in between where Lovely and Perkins were overlapping on their runs, and it's going to roll all the way out of play over the near sideline. Trapped down by Frank. Tomaselli was there. Dakota played it forward. It deflected off Leggy, and Sohn will step up, but there's Reese. Sohn won the battle, though. Sohn ahead into space. Ziegler got a piece of it over to Neto. Neto tried to spin it back. Hernberg poked it ahead. Now it's sent forward. Initially by Dakota. Now this deflects back. Foot race between Moody and Lovely, and Moody will sky it over the near sideline to let the defense get set. Under 3 to play. 2:55 left here in our first overtime period. Shots in the overtime, just 1-0 in favor of Mount Ida. Frank, nice idea, trying to get it to Perkins. Played it ahead, and that was blocked down by the hand of Lombard.
Where's the ref on that?
Lamori stepping up from her defensive spot. Her long pass ahead was blocked down. Sohn to it on the far side. Works the give and go with Neto. Sohn through. Sohn still with the possession. And finally it's touched off her foot by Moody. Back come the Mustangs. Hernberg couldn't find Tomaselli. Dakota skied it ahead. Leister and Anderson. Anderson won it. Played it ahead. Chapdelaine trapped down. Back into midfield. Both sides just kind of kicking the ball back and forth right now. Chance for Tomaselli. In behind Lamori. Stepped around Lutz. Lutz got a big piece of her. And we're going to get a call here. I think we're going to see a penalty shot here for Mount Ida.
I think you're right. I think you're right. He's calling a penalty shot. Oh, boy.
1:46 left in the first overtime. After a blatant handball about a minute ago went uncalled. Now, pretty much comes down to this. Sierra Leggy, the junior midfielder, will take the penalty kick for the Mustangs. Holly Lutz stands on her line. We will await the official's whistle, and that's it.
Game time, folks.
I thought the shot was taken before the whistle.
I know it. I never heard the whistle blow.
But that's it. Now the cadets still plead their case with the head referee.
It's not going to do any good. This is over.
But that is it. The Mount Ida Mustangs come in and, despite nearly blowing a late lead, come away with a 2-1 victory off a penalty kick by Sierra Leggy in the first overtime period.
Of all the ways to lose it, a penalty kick? Oh, boy.
That's
a
tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, and it really not the best of calls. Let's put it that way.
So a tough one tonight for the cadets. Again, Tomaselli scored the first goal of the game at 83:06 of the second. The Cadets rallied and tied it 50 seconds later on Alex Frank's goal on the corner kick, but it's Sierra Legge's penalty kick goal in overtime that is the difference in this match. Mount Ida wins it 2-1. The Mustangs improve to 3-12 overall and 2-8 in the GNAC conference. The Cadets fall to 5-10-3 overall, and check that, the Cadets fall to 1-14-0 and 1-9-0 in the GNAC. And that's it for tonight. For Charlie Crosby and for our cameraman, Rook Cahill, I'm Tanner Acebo, thanking you for watching on the Norwich Broadcast Network tonight. We're back with you next week for some volleyball action as the Cadets will take on Castleton. Also, we have Plattsburgh State at Norwich on the 29th in women's soccer, the season finale for the Cadets. One more time, 2-1 Mount Ida, your final. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.